Hey, what's going on, everyone? Let me do some audio adjustment here, as we always need to do at first. Turn this music down. Welcome to another Rokoko Office Hours. I'm Sam Lazarus, Creative Director for Rokoko. And this is a time, when we're here, we're live to talk about workflow questions, to do some creative stuff, make some stuff. And this week, of course, we are going to be... Oh, I got a little fuzz on here. We are going to be... Gotta get that off my beanie. Making a submission for the Rokoko Animation Challenge, which is still running. Love at first move. So we're going to make an animation for that. But then the other thing to talk about is that we have just launched RCOO Studio Beta out of beta. So now RCOO Studio is just, there's one RCOO Studio. Legacy still exists, but yeah, super exciting. Here, let's go to our little launch video for it, Show it off if you want to see what's going on. Where is it? And I think we put it out on all of our social channels. But yeah, we're out of beta. So exciting. And this is a really, this is something that we've been working towards for about a year. And it's been a long time coming, but it's really exciting that it's finally happened because RCOO Studio, the new RCOO Studio, has all these features that I've been wanting to really use in my everyday work, but I haven't because there hasn't been an offline mode, and for a couple other reasons it's been getting tweaked, but it just had a huge visual overhaul. We've added all these features. Elevation tracking is looking great as it has been, but yeah, so the new RCOO Studio is out and about. I encourage you to jump in there if you haven't yet, and because it's great, and it'll continue to get a lot better now that it's public. I think we're going to be having a couple updates soon that are going to be really big for increasing performance in your smartsuit. So it's awesome, but all that stuff is coming. So, but today we are going to be working on a submission for the Love at First Move Animation Challenge. So if you don't know what this challenge is, we have contests and challenges all the time. This one focuses around Rokoko Video, which is our free AI mocap tool. Let's see how many days. A week left. Come on, it's so much time. Actually, we have another office hours before it ends, so we'll do another one of these. But you have a week left, and the challenge is to submit 8 seconds of video for a CG character's dating profile on an app. Red Mustache, what's going on? I saw the new studio offers 200 FPS boost. Is it real mocap FPS or interpolated by AI? It's actually that's real. So that's the speed at which it's coming through to RCOO Studio. You can't actually export at 200 FPS. You can still, I think that the peak that you can export from RCOO Studio is still 100 FPS, but what it does is just increases performance across the board because you're just getting more constant updates to the software is my understanding. So it's basically just making the whole system work better because it's just transferring more information over. What's going on, Christopher? Moonlight Productions, good morning to you. But yeah, here's our animation challenge page. On the Discord, there's tons of information about it. There's submissions and works in progress. Alberto, what's going on? That we're going to actually take a look at in a second. But yeah, you've got a week left. So many prizes, $40,000 in prizes, including a full performance capture setup, awesome keyboard, Maya license, iClone license, Insta LOD seat. Yes, and then Luke Crisante in the comments, holding it down with the information, one of our awesome product specialists, team members. Yeah, offline mode is huge. So many new modes with Rokoko, the new Rokoko Studio. It's gonna be good. But yeah, anyway, we're talking about Rokoko Video. There is an interpolation algorithm running for sure. There you go. If you want to know more technical information, I always recommend booking a one-on-one demo with our team because they often know a lot more than I do. I'm just making pretty pictures, man. But you can always hop on the Discord for questions like that too. But Luke's in here today, helping out. Thank God. But yeah, so let's look at some works in progress that are starting to come through. Of course, for any animation challenge, it's like the last week is when everyone starts working on it. Some really awesome stuff. Like, this is bananas. From Mike and Hennig, I'm not sure. But like, holy shit. I wonder what this person's name is going to be. The eyes are moving. I mean, this is just like incredible. Alberto, so you guys feel like this new version is already above Legacy? It's definitely above Legacy when it comes to gloves. It's definitely equal with Legacy now. I will say that. That's what I was waiting for, is for it to be equal with Legacy. So I think it's equal with Legacy, and I'm gonna be jumping into it and using it from now on. Christopher, well, I recommend jumping in and just playing with Rokoko Video, and then if you come out with something, if you render something, you can submit it, and it'll go in the giant montage, and all of our judges will see it, who are going to be awesome. I think Peter France and a couple other people have been announced. So this is incredible. Mike, amazing. Chomer, nice. Made with Rokoko. Wow. So this looks like they turned on treadmill mode, and I bet they did some motion editing, but this is looking amazing. Also, the procedural, or the dynamic tail is everything. Like, I think especially when you are making motion. OBS disconnecting. Whoa. What does that mean? Are you still streaming? Please don't disconnect. Okay, it's still there. Let's keep going. Okay, I saw some of this last week. This is a Sir Rib Tickler, a little skeleton. Oh, what did he do? A little something with a heart? This is looking great, using the polygon assets. So with something like this, I mean, this is awesome. Like, this is good as is. It's the final result, so I encourage you. If I had feedback, which again, well done. Like, fire looks so good. Look at these animated cards. I wonder if this is in Unreal. But this could be a bunch of different things, like the little flames, all these. So there's, so obviously some wonkiness with the feet. And you could just crop those out. You could even take this and just crop it. And I would just crop the feet out, because you don't need them. And they distract a little bit, me. What's otherwise like what looks like a really amazing, perfect animation. So that's what I would say. Now you can't even force the slides. Yeah. So Luke, I think you mean, yeah, cleanup. Right. Yeah. No, I think beta is there, which is really great. Okay, we're just going through with these more work in progress. I just want to, oh, cool. Looking good. I mean, this looks awesome. The robot, again, like, I love the lack of floor, because you don't have to, like, maybe this robot's flying and, like, you don't need to worry about foot contact being weird. Even if you do add a floor, it looks like it'll be okay. It looks pretty good. So, what I would say is just make sure that for the submission format, it needs to be in the right aspect ratio with this one. And, I mean, I think that this would be fine. I guess I am one of the judges. So this is one thing I'm going to be kind of looking for. Not for the render quality and stuff, but like, this is a dating profile. Like, dynamic camera cuts and moves, I think kind of undercut the idea of it being a dating profile. So that would be my only criticism. This looks amazing. The emotion and these eyes and everything is just like great. Great way to get around not having face capture and still adding a bunch of personality. Yeah, let's open it up in Discord. Yeah, if you're using a V1 suit, I think there's certainly a lot less reason to switch. Other than getting access to like the A-pose stuff, though. You do get the A-pose stuff in the new RCOO Studio. Okay. Oh, wow. So, oh, we looked at this last week, I think. I don't... This is great. Looks awesome. Love the dynamics. Just remember aspect ratio. Goggles. Well, let's look at this. What is this? MK7. I mean, this is amazing. Looks great. I would have less camera movement personally, just because again, you know, it's a dating profile, but you know, that looks amazing. Let's look at goggles. What is this? My submission for ooh. Oh, interesting. I wonder, okay, so this is not going to be in the submission. Yeah, this is awesome. What a great idea. Easy peasy, looks awesome. Okay, and zombie killer. Let's look at this last one here. So it's cool. I mean, I love it. It's an Unreal. It's using one of the Paragon characters. That's super cool. It's not very dating app-ish, but it's cool. So I love it. Maybe, you know, and also maybe the judges will feel differently about that. But this is great. Love the dynamics. Love anything with dynamics. It makes questionable mocap always look so much better. And if let's cruise the Discord for a second. What's this? Cool. Looks awesome. Love this. Love that. Cute little robot. Ooh, spider guy. That's super cute. Oh, yeah, Sackbot. This looks like Sackboy. Looking great. Any comments here? Chris, Sam, new to Blender and animation. Can you recommend tutorials? Yeah, I would check out our YouTube channel. We have a full 0 to hero. Oh, this is awesome. Well done. This is really great. Don't like the camera cut. Don't like the camera cut. This is so good as it is. Oh, I wouldn't have that camera cut in there, but this is so freaking great. I guess it gives you context, but again, it's like, would that be in the dating profile? I don't know how clear we made that, so I don't know how fair of a criticism that's going to be. So that might get downplayed, actually. Everything looking really good. Really excited to see what everyone comes up with. Okay, but now I want to make my submission, which is what we're going to be doing today. For the creative portion of this, I'm going to be making my submission. So what I was thinking is I'm going to do like a guy with a big old heart as a body, and then arms that are dynamic and will wave around. But I'm gonna make all the arms and the feet out of little hearts, and then the main heart in the chest will have like a smiling face, which I have a face rig that we put out for free for everyone. So in order to do this, we need to actually make some motion captures. We are going to go to video.rokoko.com, which is the how you get to Rokoko Video, which again is our free AI motion capture tool, right? We are making some free mocap with our webcam today. We're gonna call this I'm gonna call this Love at First Move. And then we are going to select a local video file to upload. So because I'm streaming right now, I can't use my webcam live in Rokoko Video. We could, you know, use our webcam device camera live, but I have to record something and upload that. So I'm gonna record it on this camera. I'm just gonna turn off my background blur. And then, so what I was thinking, I'm gonna do like kind of a like hugging you, or like waving, and then like dancing, and then coming in for a big hug is the idea. So maybe I'll do 2 versions of this, and then we can just take the best one. And that's what I love about Rokoko Video. I'm going to record a video clip with 2 separate animations. And then I can use the same video clip to trim out each animation separately, which is really cool. But yeah, it needs to be at least 8 seconds long, right? So I need to keep that in mind. And yeah, let's do it. Start recording. Okay, so that's 1, and then 2. Boom. Boom, as they say. Okay. Let's upload. First, I gotta make sure I got my background blur back on. Oh, gotta look good. Gotta look good for the camera. Let's move this down just slightly. Okay. Looking good. So now we can just go and upload what we just recorded. And we gotta go to select local video file. And then we'll upload. And shout out to Grace and Gord. If you were talking to Jonathan, welcome. Okay, so here we got our video file, and we are just going to trim out again each animation. So this is what? This is the beginning of the first one, and we'll go through all the way to the end of the animation. Boom, turn into animation. Okay, so the way Rokoko Video works, and we have a whole tutorial that came out about how to use it. You know, you upload your video, and then you just have to open up RCOO Studio, and that's where your mocap will pop out. And then we can do a little bit of cleanup on that mocap potentially, and then export that out to Cinema 4D, where I'm going to be doing the rest of this stuff. And again, what I'm thinking is really relying on dynamics, like making the arms really floppy. And that just means I won't have to do mocap cleanup. If I'm trying to aim for precise movements, then I'm going to have to clean it up. And I don't want to do that right now. So, I mean, I think one of the really potentially awesome uses of Rokoko Video is generating human motion, but using that for abstract things like, you know, the geometry nodes system in Blender and Houdini, just plugging it into like weird procedural dynamic systems, and then you can get very complicated results that are generated by human movement, but that human movement isn't like doing something very specific, which can be more difficult to get out of Rokoko Video, obviously, because it's a free tool and it's more limited, right? AI mocap from a single source, single view, is just going to be more limited than like a suit. But there's so many ways to either act to that limitation for fine movements, like I think a bunch of the things that we just looked at have done. And then also you could just use the movement to like generate a particle cloud, and then you don't have to worry about cleanup, because who cares if there's intersections? The particle cloud is like chaotic and looks cool. And so, yeah. So we need to open up RCOO Studio. Bada boom. And here I can show you kind of what I'm thinking, because I went and I tested this out. Where's my guy? Test. So this is, we're not going to be doing this, but this was a Rokoko Video. And I basically just made the arms really floppy, which is really easy to do in Cinema. And then I like covered it in hair, and it looks pretty cool. But I think it's going to be more fun to do this other thing with a heart. I got my heart right here ready to go. Yo. There we go. So let's check on the progress here. Ooh, it's done. Okay, let's go into Rokoko Studio. Here's our project. It pops right up. Love at first move. And then in the background, you know what we can do is we can start processing the second clip. So I'll go and add another one. I'm just gonna drag in the same video file. Remember, we did 2 animations and we trimmed out the first animation. So now I'm gonna go and trim out the second animation right here. Turn into animation, and that'll be happening in the background while we start playing with this one. So let's double click on our new recording 1, which is our Rokoko video animation. Hey. And this is looking a little bit laggy, and I think that is because, let me save this. I just need to shut down Cinema. Save, yes, save. No, no. There we go. Okay, so this looks great. So, you know what we could even do? No, I think we'll do what I was thinking. Anyway, so I'm not going to mess around. I don't need to do any editing because my feet didn't do anything. I do always like to turn off locomotion and see what the movement is like. If it doesn't drift too bad, I might just use it. No, I'm going to use locomotion. And I kind of want to see what the other one is going to look like before we export. Okay, so the other one's done. So let's go back. Ryla, thank you. If that's directed to me. So new recording 2, it updated automatically. Oh, clip is missing, target actor. Hold on, we probably have to go back to the main page. Maybe we just have to reopen up Studio. We'll see how many things break because we just went out of beta, which I'm sure things will. But I don't see the refresh symbol anymore. So here's our second animation. So I'm gonna go back and look at the first one again. Okay, I'm gonna use the first one. I like the first one more. So this is gonna be called Heart RKV. I'm gonna add it to the export list. We're gonna export an FBX. I'm gonna export Mixamo skeleton, which I've been doing more and more. Binary 30 FPS, although, yeah, 30 FPS. I really don't care about frame rate, honestly. Oftentimes, you should, but what I'm gonna do, I tend to work in 30. I could work in 24, but I really don't care because at the end of the day, I'm gonna plop it into a timeline that's 24 in the right resolution and just do it that way. And if I have a couple duplicated frames, I don't really care. That's just me. Would be far better to actually do it in the frame rate that you're going to be doing in your project, but I'm not going to do that. Nice, Ryla. We'll put the link in the description. check it out. Yeah, this is from the video motion capture. So this is the free mocap tool. Okay, so we got our motion capture. Cool. So now we need to build this heart character, which I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to do it, and I think it's going to work. We'll see. I think it'll work. I mean, well, yeah, let me show you, what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do some clever, tricky things on the back end that will make it make more sense. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do that's very simple. And so this is how I built that other character that we just took a look at. You know, I don't need to do anything fancy here. So I've got my, model right here. I'm not actually, so yeah. I'm gonna make this into like kind of a this vibe, and then I'm gonna open up. Let me open up recent. No, not test. Bother. Yeah, but this is how I made this guy, right? It was just cylinders, and I'm gonna cover it in hair, so it doesn't matter really what it looks like. Where did I save heart? To the desktop? Did I not save heart? Oh no, I saved it into my folder. Here we go. So I got my heart. So let me copy that heart. And okay, here's my heart sizing. Okay. So that's pretty big. I think this is kind of what I'm thinking. So what that means, I'm gonna make this X-ray. I've got my body here. And I want the arms to come out about there. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay. So do this kind of thing, and then we're gonna make another capsule. Turn it 90 degrees. I think I want the arms to be, and I'm gonna be parenting a lot of other hearts onto here. I want the arms to be long because I want to make them really floppy, remember. So I'll probably make the arms like this. And then like this, and then I'm going to actually bring them down because I want them to be kind of down at the side. And then I'm gonna go into wireframe mode because I want these arms to have some segments. Whoop. So give them some segments. That looks pretty good. Then I'm just gonna make 2 legs. And I'm actually gonna make it like this. And then I'm going to create a foot. Pretty simple stuff we're doing here. But it is, oh no. What happened to my... You know, just basic, terrible modeling. That is my expertise. There we go. Look at this. So now we don't need our figure anymore. The heart I'm gonna leave right there. So all of these guys together, I'm gonna plop into a remesh volume mesher. Whoop. Volume mesher. Plop that into a volume builder. Voxel size 1 centimeter. This should be, is this thinking? What's going on? Oh, volume builder maybe needs to be inside the volume mesher. Whoops. Yeah. Volume builder goes into the volume mesher, and here we have, now we have a mesh, right? That's one solid object. Volume builder can actually be 2. And I'm going to make this into a polygon object. Turn these off. Boom. And now I've got this object here that I can throw into a subdivision surface, make it nice and smooth, and then make that into an object. Delete that, and then I can remesh this at like 50%. We'll see it's thinking down here. 2 tasks are active. But it's gonna have a lot less polygons. Kana, what's going on? Good to see ya. We are making our submission. It's thinking. It's thinking. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little progress bar here. It's gonna happen. Ooh, so many fewer things. We need 25%, and then we're gonna call it. And we're gonna upload this to Mixamo, and then eventually we're gonna get rid. You'll see what we're gonna do with the heart, face, and how we're gonna deal with this. But we're essentially gonna only generate objects onto the arms and legs, and it's all gonna work. I think it's gonna be terrifying and cool. So for Blender, I would check the onboarding series, but then we have a Blender retargeting tutorial that I would check out, which I can put a link to right here. Blender Ultimate Retargeting. Excuse me. Ooh, do we come? We don't come up yet. We gotta up our views. Oh, we gotta change our search terms. Blender Ultimate Retargeting Rokoko. We gotta add mocap or something to the search terms. Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, is it not public yet? What the hell? Hold on. YouTube Studio. Content. Videos. Blender public. Weird. Get shareable link. So this is there you go. So that's for Blender. Okay, so this guy looks pretty good. That looks fine. I mean, it's not too many polys. It's more polys than we need, but it's fine. Ooh. Remesh didn't. I failed. Okay, it's got to think through this thing again. Okay, but then we're gonna go up to Mixamo. We're gonna rig this guy, and then we're gonna get a weird floppy fellow like this going on. It's gonna be really cute, or he's gonna be terrifying. He's probably gonna be more terrifying than cute, is my guess. Oh, I don't think I can click away. This is what I'm waiting on. This stupid remesh subdivision surface. Why is it taking such a long time? Do some coffee drinking ASMR in the meantime. Well, I hope everyone's having a good 2023. What else can we talk about? How's those Dodgers doing? Okay. There we go. Now we got a mesh. Look at this. We got a mesh. Delete all that. We don't need it. Okay. copy this mesh, create a new project. It looks kind of weird, but it really doesn't matter because we are getting rough with this. Export in FBX. We're gonna call it Office Hours Sam, heart base body for Mixamo. And then guess where we're going? We're going to Mixamo, our favorite place to go. Upload character, heart base body for Mixamo. So Mixamo is going to tear this thing apart probably. Kana, we got a big one coming up pretty soon. Hopefully, we'll see. No, not in beta anymore, but we got a big, and this is how I'm gonna rig this guy. This is a fun little character. This would be great for dynamics. But yeah, we got a big update coming. Hopefully that isn't yet to be, that is yet to be confirmed, but potentially could really improve, mocap quality. So that could be very exciting. But it's not official yet. We don't know if we're gonna be able to push it yet, but hopefully. And it will continue to increase as other features get unlocked. I'm just so excited that elevation tracking is now gonna be in the native program that I use all the time. Look at this guy. He looks perfect. And again, see all this tearing on the body? It don't matter. It just doesn't matter because we're not gonna use the body. We're not even using this guy. We're using this guy as a base. We just need those sweet arms and legs. Okay, so there we go, downloaded. Let's go grab that, and even though I am lazy, I'll go put it in my project folder that I'm working in. Maybe copy, paste. Okay, this is exciting. No, not you. Okay, we should save this now. Oh, it's called heart. It is saved. Save. We'll call this heart VO2. And let's bring in... No, I don't want to reassign takes. Stupid takes. I hate takes. Oh, I did him in the wrong position, but it's actually okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Check out this shit. We'll see if we can blow your guys' minds. So we've got this, right? Body. Now I want the heart to kind of be the... So here's what we're gonna do. What's the best way to explain this? To do it. Okay, so we got the heart. I'm gonna add a constraint. I'm gonna parent the heart basically to either the hips or the first spine bone. I think the first spine bone. Okay, so that right, but we don't have mocap, so we need to go actually get the mocap that we made earlier. So go to export, where is it called? Heart RKV dancing Mixamo. So we'll go grab that. Here it is, looks good. Here's our mocap. Let's expand it out. Let's go to 400 frames. There we go. So now we have a retargeting tutorial that we put out that goes over how to do retargeting in Cinema 4D. Again, we just did this whole series of retargeting tutorials for all the programs except Unreal. It's coming out soon. I need to make sure that we have what I think the best workflow is because it's kind of changing. But we just put out a whole tutorial that goes through how to do retargeting. And retargeting, right, is transferring mocap animation to a character. So what we'll do, go to rigging, add a character definition tag, open manager, extract skeleton, which it will do automatically. We have a tutorial for all of this. I always say that a lot. I always feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm constantly rambling and talking about random things, and I feel like it's hard to follow what I'm doing sometimes, and so we have tutorials for all this. But I just did the same thing, add a character definition tag, and then on our character definition tag on our character, we will create a solver and then drag in the definition tag from our mocap, and look at what we got now. We got And I'm going to filter. I'm not going to show joints. We got this awesome thing. So, okay, so this looks weird though. So how am I planning to make this work? So here's how this is going to work, and look at how awesome this is. So if I go to this, and I'm going to go to select the mesh, and I'm going to go to turn off select visible, and I'll go to this front view, and I'm going to select all these polygons, and I'm going to select all these polygons, and I'm going to select all these polygons. And with these selected, I'm going to go set. Oh, it's different in the new cinema. I think it's identify. What is it? It's selection. It's not set. What is set selection C4D 2023? Reddit. Thank you, Reddit. Store selection. They changed what it's called, which is idiotic. Store selection. There we go. So now we have a selection. And what we can do with this selection is go and let's say we create a sphere and we create a cloner. And instead of a grid, we're going to choose an object and we're going to put it on this character. But instead of this character, we're going to put it on this polygon selection. And so now it's only growing on the arms. And let's add a shitload of spheres. And then we're going to, we could do this several ways. I'm going to do it with bullet. So put a rigid body on this cloner. And then under force, under follow position, we're going to make this 8. And then, so even though these spheres are dynamic, they're going to stick. And I think I need to, yeah, I need to put the thing down at the bottom. So look at this. Now we have, right, dynamic spheres. And if we hide our body and we made our heart a collider, so interesting. So this is kind of working. Oh, you know what we could do? That it's like okay, so what happened is basically these spheres are spawning inside of the heart. What we could do is scale the heart up. So we could even make it smaller. Right? And then scale it up dynamically over time. So let's make it the size that we kind of want it to be, which is like this, probably. Go to coordinates, scale, scale, scale. Move this. And then go to coordinates, like 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Keyframe, keyframe, keyframe. Is it not set to static mesh? Collision, static mesh. Actually, I'm going to make it automatic. There we go. So there we go. So now what we can do, so what we would probably do is we would take all these spheres, we'd make them even tinier. We'd crank up the amount. Let's make this 500. No, 500, buddy. A shitload. And then, excuse my language, and then go to MoGraph, Effector, Random. We want to make them random sizes, not random positions. Scale, absolute, 2. Some are bigger, some are smaller. There we go. So now we have a terrifying heart person. Oh, you know what we could also do is we could turn down the gravity. Let's make this 100. And they won't sink so much. They'll kind of stick to their position a little bit more. Yeah, look at this. Look at how creepy and weird this is. This is awesome. So I would just, I'm also going to delete those keyframes. I'm gonna make this guy smaller. Wow, interesting. It's something. And then you know what we could do is if we turn up the follow. Here to like 10, maybe make follow rotation like 5, maybe up the damping. Oh shit, you know what we could even do? We could include more of the body. Anyway, so this is that's one idea, right? But let's take that heart. Let's kill this. Let's remesh the heart. Oh, save. Let's remesh the heart so it's a lot fewer polygons. Let's make it 15%. And you'll see what okay, so now we have this heart that is like way, we can get away with even less. Let's do 10%. Yeah, so we're gonna make this into an object. Then we're gonna pop this in the cloner. And then we're gonna change this random. This is too much too. I think we gotta do just one. And then we gotta turn up the scale of these bad boys. So you want it, I think I want it to have distinct like limbs. So I think actually what we gotta do is turn the scale back down and you just gotta add more of them. We gotta make this 750. And then let's cache this B word, bake all. So we'll see how this looks. I think this is gonna look pretty cool. And then I'm gonna add a little face rig, which is a free Cinema 4D cartoony face rig that I made that was very easy to make-ish. I did a live stream about that. I should probably make a full tutorial about it. Oh, I can hear my computer spinning up. It's like, what are you doing to me? This is always the hard part of simulation, right? You gotta wait. You gotta wait till they bake. I want my beautiful simulation. If this was hairs, it would be showing us in real time. That was the other thing I considered doing is we could cover each individual heart in little hairs. I think that would really start pushing the machine. But ooh, maybe we could do hairs on the big heart. So it's a big fluffy red heart with a face in the middle. And the rest are, I want to do pastel colors. One thing I really love doing here, colors that go well together, 3s. So So I'm actually a little bit colorblind. So what I like to do is, yeah, you just go to Adobe and like, you go to the Adobe color wheel, and it's really easy to like generate a ton of different colors that kind of like look good together. And so we want pastels. Can we take down the light or increase the brightness of all these actually? We need to increase the brightness and kind of decrease the saturation. There we go. That's starting to look kind of candy-ish. That could be cute. I wish these weren't so saturated. Is there RGB? No. Yeah. Turn down the sat on these. Pale yellow. Oh, nice. They're all tied together. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking. Okay, so like these three or something, they look really cute, I think. Oh, we're done. Look at who it is. It's a little heart guy. I don't know what... I don't like that one. So I'm waving. The feet are... I mean, this is cool. It's not exactly what I had in mind. I think the other way to have done this well, let's look at this in Octane. So all the hearts have that color. So we're going to get some new colors here. Bada boom. Bada boom. And I'm just going and I'm picking those Adobe colors from off screen. Teal. I love that teal. And then, so what we're going to do is just... Oh, we need to clear all caches. Gotta redo it again. That's okay. We gotta put the floor on here too. So here we have some multicolored hearts. I think this... Why is this pink not... Pink. There we go. Now it's looking cute. Let's create a floor. Plane. Let's make it a collider object. Turn off Octane. Okay, sometimes with, yeah, it like, this is a little trick I do sometimes if I have things that spawn underneath, I just animate the floor coming up. Yeah, that way nothing's underneath the floor. Looks pretty interesting. You know what? It's actually floating too much. So I think that we need to, and let's save, keep saving. Go to the cloner, go to force. I'm gonna make this 12, and I'm also going to increase the gravity again to 500. Just to give it a little bit, are there? No hearts underneath. A little bit more weight. Yeah, I want them to be, I don't want them to be floating around too much. Honestly, I kind of want them to settle. I'm gonna make this 1,000 again. See what happens. pretty interesting. We could also make the heart like soft body. We could we could bake these guys. I have no idea how this is going to look in motion. I think it looks cool, but I can't tell. I just can't tell. For aspect ratio, I usually render this at 1080 by 1350. The minimum is going to be 1920 on the height, but it is this 4:3 aspect ratio. And then what I did earlier is I actually generated a texture using Midjourney, a heart texture. Midjourney Sam. That I was going to use for the background. Ooh, this is cuter though. I like cute things and I cannot lie. So this looks really pretty good, I think. That arm is unfortunate. I wish I could tell what this is going to look like. You know what? The heart needed to be lower. So this is like a magical heart creature guy. Okay. Here's the freaking problem. I knew it. I forgot about this. This is kind of new. So the default collision margin is huge. I think it's 9 centimeters. Collision, oh, it's 1. Still. It should be using 0. Collision margin. Oh, why isn't it? Make it a static object? Static mesh? I don't know why it's not. Oh, okay, now it's... It doesn't seem to be interacting. Why isn't it interacting? Oh, God. Oh, the wrong dude has been... Okay, here we go. There we go. That's why it was so staticky too. Oh God, okay, so this looks way better. Hopefully it comes, yeah, that looks like a wave. Cutie. I think this looks great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And then I think it'll be like a super wide angle camera. Ha! So one thing I'm going to continue, so I just keep tweaking these, and it's always a bummer when streamers go silent. I'm sorry. But, okay, I think this needs to be, yeah, more like that. Turn it a little bit. Got to make it a beating heart. I don't know. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to do some other stuff to it. Cool. Oh, I love dynamics. The only thing I could imagine with this is that when it's actually in movement, it's like a little bit too crazy. But we'll see. We can bake it down and see. And now I'm going to go and add a little face capture because I want it to be blinking and smiling and doing things like that, which I'm not even going to make using face capture, Rokoko face capture. I'm just going to hand key because it's pretty easy. We can copy the blinking keyframes. He's going to be a cute little heart. And then maybe I'll make the background like a waving wall of hair that are cute hearts. Just going dynamics, baby. I'm always any chance to get really into dynamics. I'm always jumping at. It definitely looks like a character. Wow, this is great. Okay. So my plan is just to, and then he does the big hug at the end, is just to render out a big long timeline, and then I'm just gonna take what I need. I don't like all these hearts that are inside of here. Why are they inside? I'm going to up the iterations. The steps to 8. And maybe that'll fix that. We're running again. Okay, and then we're going to get into more fun stuff. Because we're going to put a fun face on this heart. And that's what I want to get to. Come on. That's what I want to make. I want to make a cute... I got a cute kawaii heart. Kawaii heart. Cute little kawaii, style. And it needs to be doing cute blinks and cute smiles. I think that's what's coming up next. But this is looking really good. And so there's still 7 days left to submit for the Love at First Move animation challenge. Plenty of time. And again, I the fun thing about the challenge is like, you should just go and mess with Rokoko Video. The best way I like to mess with a new tool is try and make something, submit it for the contest. Killing all the birds with one Rokoko Video shaped stone. You can quote me on that. I'll just clip that and send that to you, Barbara. Okay, so now let's see. So that helped a lot, I think. I don't really like the look of it anymore. Can I keyframe down the steps? I wonder if I can. Can I go and keyframe down this expert? Oh, you can. Okay. Key it back down to 5 after it's gotten to that point. Okay, cache it one more time, and then we're going to go to the face. Keying down iteration seems like a messy move to me, but it says it can do it okay. I also got to think about what the name of this guy is going to be. Heart face man, heart hugger, Hardy Mc. That's kind of getting Rick and Morty. Maybe I got to do something with a pun. I got to figure out a pun. So heart, Tinder. There's got to be a pun in there somewhere, or like aortic. You know, you could like do aortic erotic. You know. Looks great. And then he goes in for the lunge. His name is Cupid. Cupid the Heart. I think it's pretty good. This is awesome. Okay, so let's go and grab my face capture, which I think is under, where did I put that? It's actually in the description below of this video. And I think it was in an office hours video. Piggy with the face. Rokoko video. Daz face cap. No. Blender. All the different projects. AccuRig. Which one was it? Smiley face. Face rig VO1. Boom. Okay. So we don't need this figure. We just need this face rig, and we're gonna 5, 5, 5. We need to make it big. We don't need to make it that big. Let's make it 3 through 3. I wonder what's gonna happen if I... Oh. Get out of this thing. So let's add, I wonder, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen when we do this, but I'm going to add a constraint, parent this guy to the heart. Okay, we're starting to look really good here. Okay, so if we go into, so what I did when I built this little fellow is, I look up left, is that I built little blend shapes into these simple shapes. So we have eye blink on both sides. I don't know why I can't select both of them. That sucks. But let's create a keyframe on both. Keyframe on both for the blinking. And then the blinking stops. And the blinking stops. So now we've got this blink animation. And it's not fast enough. So it needs to be faster. So let's go, and if we hold down Shift and click on the timeline, then we hold down Alt, we can change the speed, relative speed of the whole thing. It doesn't seem to be working, so I'm not going to do it that way. There we go. So now we can just, and I think blinks always kind of work in twos. And now we just start copying these kind of all over the place. We need a single here. So let's do the blinks first. And we just kind of, you know, just kind of position them a little bit randomly, probably. So that felt like a little too much time. This is looking good to me. And so, okay, now we need to go and we need to do the face. And I actually I would love to do this by hand, but so right here, can I just do auto keying? No, because it's gonna be such a mess. Okay, jaw open, smile left, smile right. We're gonna do jaw open. Gotta do a little bit quicker. Yeah, so we just gotta do this by hand. I would love to do this. I don't think it's worth doing it, setting it up with the RCOO Studio. Hello from Panama. Hardy McBeaton. That sounds kind of dirty. Lower the jaw open. And like just add in like noise, right? Smile left, let's like make it even bigger. Let's go here to here. Let's like funnel. Oh, sorry, this is boring to watch. Now we're gonna funnel it a little bit. Ooh. So actually I want that to be right here. And then key. Big smiles. Okay, hold on. So we got, yeah. Okay, so smiling. Ooh, pucker. Mouth open. Close. Here, let's pucker. And then here. And actually here, we're going to take it way down. Because right at the eating, I want to key everything. And then, whoa, I'm gonna eat you. Open up. Boom. There we go. And so if we, this is, oh right, it's because it's not baked down. So I'm going to save this and then save a new version. Heart VO3. And because I want to bake down these hips, so I'm going to select all of my characters' hips because they're still referencing my mocap. They're not actually baked. If I choose my, here I'm selecting my character's hips, no keyframes. Only on my mocap are there keyframes. So I need to select all of my character's hips, go to the dope sheet. Oh God, I hate how it spawns it in here. Undock. I never like doing that. And then functions, bake objects, uncheck remove tags, uncheck create copy, bake it, and now it should be working fluidly. Although if we rendered it out as it was referenced, ooh, what is this? Baking problems. So I'm happy we just saved this. Jeez Louise. Oh, okay, it worked. So now is it just working? Yeah. So no, it's still it's like it's not quite there. Also, the other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw this whole dang thing in a subdiv. And I think I want to throw these little eyeballs in one as well. I do not like how much subdivision there is on this. Can I go back down to 1? Yeah. Same thing with these eyes. I might not use them. So why is that so weird looking? Yeah. Oh, you know what I can do? On all of these, I can up the strength and it'll just make them like way more exaggerated, which I think I want. Yeah. So what is this? Okay, well that's too big now. So we got to make this 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Then we got to move it up. pretty cute. That's not cute. Oh, it's because it's so exaggerated. We got to make this 115. There we go. So why is it? Okay, so that's just a render error. This black is way too intense for the face. I don't know, maybe I just go no subdiv. I think you gotta do it for the mouth. Yeah, so looking pretty good. Why are these eyeballs? Something's bad in here. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Pretty creepy. Okay, so now for texturing and all that. So frustrating that it's can't do that anymore. Okay, I'm gonna use that kind of cute thing that I made before, you know, in Midjourney, using some AI to generate a little texture. Desktop. Oh no, it's in. Is it in downloads? Where is it? Cute. So we'll take a peek at this. Very cute. I think for both of these, I just want to make this like 3. The one on the bottom especially. Maybe make this 5. Super cute. And then we need to add a little HDRI action, which I've been using Mr. HDRI. Really great. Really good lighting stuff. I think all of these guys need to get a little bit of roughness. And maybe this is not the best. Like this, and then we'll add a little area light here. Blast him with light. No, we just need to give a little bit more, I think. And then one thing I always do pretty much, how does it get rid of it? Sometimes it gets rid of my, I don't know why it did that. Oh God, it's keyframed. That was why. $90. Looking pretty cute. And of course, a little depth of field. And this is not terrible. Although it's not exactly what I had in mind. Yeah, and then I always backlight. Whatever I do, pretty much, always. Just adds a little something. You know, just a little edge light, a little rim light. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's okay. Maybe we need a less wide lens. Yeah, we do. That looks way better. For sure. For sure. Cute. Okay, now we're talking. Now we got some cuteness factor. Mr. Hardy. McHeart. Yay! Pretty cute. I love it. Well, we might call it right around there. Because I like this a lot. I don't think I like... Oh, I mean, now's the part where I just go back and forth on... So here's an idea, though. Maybe we do this, because this might make it substantially better. Okay, save a new version. Let's go even deeper with the dynamics. Let's grab this guy. Let's add that hair. I knew I was gonna do it. What happens when a hair grows? Whoa. Okay. I think we got to do this. So, I think what we got to do is enable the hairs later in the process. Can we do that? Hairs. Can I key? Okay, things are starting to get confusing now. This is the heart. If I give this heart a hair collider tag and then make my hair surface to hair, what's gonna happen? Okay, so we got to go here, and then I think if we go... Oh, you can't key the length. And then we can clump it. I love using clump with hair in Cinema 4D. I mean, I think there's something weird about how it starts up. Okay. I like that, though. That's cute. That's cuter than it was before. But how's the face gonna work? Oh, maybe he has... Oh, maybe it's white now. That's interesting. No. What's at the opposite end of the color spectrum? It doesn't look like this guy's insane. He could have glowing face. No, it's really got to be. You could add, maybe I could add hair to this. No, because they're not even polygonal. I don't think you can add hair to an extruded. Oh, yeah, you can. It's like, I do not like what you are doing to me, man. Whoa. That's a very bizarre looking thing. Don't need that. Interesting. You know what I think we gotta do is you gotta increase the length here to the length that it should be when it gets big. Fuck it, let's, excuse me, F-bomb. Let's calculate this stuff. Okay, that hair's way too big. Cancel, 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 escape, escape, escape. You know, okay, you are. Yeah. Empty cache. Let's go to the internet. Hair C4D growing polygon object. Hair to polygon PA bake. Growing hair. Yeah, I do need to grow the hair. Oh, growth. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I think it's kind of overkill probably, but if I figure out a way to do it. Oh, wait. Because this is all baked, can I just do this? Ah. Looking cute. And then then if I were to go like this, and this is what's going to take forever, we go to thickness. No. Root 0.5, yeah, 0.01. So the hair should, I think it should be like 0.1 to 0.01. Yeah, so that hair looks way softer and nicer. And then we would just increase how many hairs there are. Probably make this like 100,000. It's also arranging the hair right now by polygon. And actually what we want is polygon vertex. We want polygon area. If we regrow this, see it's like randomized where it's placed now. And then I wonder if I could I make the face rig a hair collider? Save. No. Maybe not. Might be able to do it on these objects themselves. Oh, yeah. Looks cute. I'm not adding camera movement. I think you can add some camera movement, but you just want to keep in mind that like it's supposed to be it's penetrating. It's supposed to be for a dating profile, right? So like I would keep the camera pretty static if you're trying to go for that like that angle. I mean, you could submit anything in theory for the best render and it wouldn't even have to follow, you know, it could kind of get the whole spirit of the thing wrong. But, you know, in my mind, I think a dating profile doesn't have a ton of camera movement. So I wouldn't add a ton of camera movement personally. And you can see in mine that I'm making right now, I'm not adding a bunch of camera movement. I'm just looking at this. Let's see how it looks. I think this red is like a little too red or something. You know what? Actually, I think it's just like it doesn't have enough highlight on the back. Not enough rim light. Whoa. Yeah, give it some of that light, baby. Oh, it's like right behind it. Jesus. That is kind of what I want, though. I think it's a little bit too close. But I love a good highlight. Whoop. Just making changes in silence. Super fun to watch. You know what? Wow. Okay, so all the light in the scene is coming from this light. Which means I need to move it. Because look at, okay, so this is like blasting it right in the face. Let's give it some contrast, you know? Let's give it a little interest in the shads. Those shadows. Yeah, it looks okay. It looks okay. I might kind of leave it here. What is it? What is it that isn't right? I don't think this face is right. You know what? Let's try a different HDRI. I think that's what it is. I should do it by HDRI. Indoor HDRI with lots of contrast, like an office. That was power. Oops. Oh, that looks really good. And now okay, so here we go. Now we're starting to, this is why playing around with your lights just makes such a huge difference. So let's make this way smaller, this light. And way less powerful. This is what it looks like without it. We just need to pop a little bit of light right on the face. See, to me, like, that's looking way better. Look at these hearts. They look so sexy now. This is looking good. I don't love how there's no texture. This looks kind of bizarre that there's like no texture on the smile. You know, it could be interesting. Can I do this? Save. Pop a bool in here. Oh, you might have to put them into connect objects first. This is like getting into weird Cinema 4D stuff now. Connect. No. Ooh, I like the tiny mouth. Well, this is cute. Oh, okay. So the size of the mouth, I'd messed up. Maybe these eyes even need to go bigger. See, Alberto. Now I'm just rambling. Oh, it looks so cute now. Look at this little cutie. God, I love me some cute things. So this red needs way more roughness. Maybe the hair also like needs to be kinky a little bit. Give it a little kink. And I think these clumps, as much as I love clumps, I think that now there's too many. Let's try 20. So that's not it. I'll make it a bigger radius, maybe. Yeah, okay. So let's make the radius 300. Let's make the radius 150, and then make the clump count. Oh God, just trying to get bigger clumps. That's pretty darn good. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. Why is the hair going through the heart? Hair collider. Yup. Hair. Dynamics. Forces. Surface to hair. Yup. I think we got to make the hair a tiny bit bigger. Let's make the length 10. Let's make the segments 12. And let's bake this. Calculate. I don't know why it shows that eyeball as being like, I don't think it's accurate. I think that Octane, yeah, because it's the thing on the right. Oh, and the face is interacting with the hair. Now the hearts is going in and out of the hair. The question is, could I make the hearts a hair collider too? Is that worth it? Because they're really up in there. It might make things a lot more like you know, twitchy. I'm pretty pleased with this though, overall. I gotta change the texture on the background to give it more hearts. But other than that, I think this is like pretty good. If I was submitting this, I don't think I'd be expecting to win. But it's a great exercise, and I think that you could get this to a place where you could win. You just have to do more work than an hour that I just spent on it. So I'd spend some more time and maybe build up the background a little bit more. Maybe give him a hat. Maybe try to figure out a way to make the face furry as well. Because I think that that would make a difference. I'm so curious to see if that octane lag is why we're seeing these bald spots appear as the hairs go through the character, like right here. But it shouldn't, because there's a hair collider on the mesh. He is cute. Look at him. Yeah, like right here. Is it going to go bald? It shouldn't. What the hell is it? It's my cute heart guy, man. Quite pleased. Okay, I gotta figure out though. Okay, right there. Is this gonna be blonde? Bald? No. Okay, good. What about right here? See, like right here. Yeah. What the hell, man? Well, that's clearly wrong. But it is going bald. So you know what I might do? Yeah. So this is weird. This weird solution to this. Create a copy of the heart. Don't put a hair collider on this one. Hide the original. And shrink this bad boy down. I could even get rid of it, maybe. He looked pretty cute, I think. Only one way to find out. And that's to render it out. Okay, so Marco, so this took we've been, for the stream, so it's been 2 hours. 2 hours and a little bit. But this is feeling really good to me. I'm gonna go render this out because I just want to see what it looks like. And yeah, thanks for sticking around, everyone. I think this was fun stream for me. For best render, it's just like things that, best render is like, we're talking textures, we're talking sample rates, is there any noise in the render? How does the color look? How did the lighting look? Best, prettiest picture is kind of best render, right? So it's like you could have maybe, if you had terrible motion capture on your character, maybe that would be a bit of a problem. But like if you had okay motion capture, it didn't look the best, but like, oh my God, you went above and beyond on the texturing, and there's dirt maps, and there's fog, and the light is coming through and creating God rays, and you've gone through and you've just made like the most beautiful looking thing. That could be best render, right? Best movement is going to be specifically about and best render, that's also like camera movement, right? That would play into my best render. Where is let's go check out the rules for a second. So if we go to rokoko.com, go to events, okay, so best render would be like, yeah, it's like lighting and things like that. Nicest crib, so that would be like most beautiful image, essentially. Nicest crib, to me, is going to be like the story, kind of, like the detailed, is the character, like have a whole story? Is it funny? Is it like interesting? Is it, good dating profile stuff? Nice, Marco. Sorry, it's just rambling in the background. But yeah, so that's going to be nicest crib. And then rig to perfection is going to be like best movement. So that's going to be if you've gone in and really tweaked the Rokoko video mocap movement, which it probably needs, or maybe you just got something amazing out of it to start. You fed in some interesting dance video and it spat something out, and you experimented a lot and got something really good. That's going to be the third. And then there will be a fourth one, which I don't know how much we've talked about, but it's going to be like a community prize of just like love on the Discord kind of thing. I don't know how we're going to do that, but yeah. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. And each judge, I mean, at the end of the day, all of art, all this judging stuff, like I've watched Clint's contests and lots of people's contests. Fauché, so cool, William Faucher. And it's always like, I always disagree with what the judges choose, you know? And I'm like, for me, that's not what I would have picked. I'm shocked. So it's always like comes down to just personal, you know, but that's for me, that's how I'm going to be looking at it. Best curated profile, best render is going to be prettiest picture, composition, light, color, how they put it together, the modeling, the, you know, beveling and on the things, and just everything looks so good. Nicest crib or most detailed scene, that's going to be like story. That's going to be like, okay, I you know, this is a Tinder profile, so I'm trying to attract, you know, CG characters, so I thought about that, and I like have a little story, and I really paid attention to detail to like my scene and how that plays into the character. You know, it's like Batman, and there's a bat cave, and the bat car in the background is like got heart headlights, and, you know, something like that. And then rigged to perfection is going to be best movement. Yeah, so Postman, is there a way to edit and shorten the clips in the new Rokoko Studio? There is. I think. Yeah, so you can drag this, these in and out points. Kind of hard to get, but you can drag them. Oh, it's because I got Octane running on my machine. It's making Rokoko Studio super laggy, which is something that we're gonna have to optimize for. But yeah, so that's it. We're probably gonna call this right here. I think that this was a really fun session. I had a great time, and hopefully everyone else did too. Here, last thing we're gonna do, just because I'm looking at this right now and I'm like, I don't know. I think we need a gradient. And for this gradient, I need like, I just like to add a little something, you know, it just makes it a little bit more interesting if there's a gradient. Let's make this like deep red. Oop. I don't know if this is actually applying the gradient in the way that I want it to. But I'll figure that out in a bit. Oh, I could change the tips. Anyway, okay, we're going to call it here because it's been 2 hours plus. Thank you for joining, everyone. Super fun one. We're going to have another Rokoko video, or office hours next week, I think, is right before the deadline comes up. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Please submit because it's going to be great to see all the final products. So I'm going to call it there. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week, 11 a.m. PST, and then we're going to be getting into the new Rokoko Studio, making some elevation tracking things, getting back to making free mocap, giving it out, taking requests. That'll probably be next week. So I'm going to call it right there. Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.